Today I'm doing a video of the hardest places to play in college basketball. So, 10 stadiums. Number 10, Utah State. So, Utah State is, they chant a song, and it's very loud. I've watched a couple videos on it, and yeah. So, that's number 10. And number 9 is Virginia Cavaliers Stadium. Well, Arena. I get those mixed up a bunch. Virginia's always pretty good in basketball. They won a national championship 3 years ago, 4 years ago. This stadium gets loud a bunch. So when they're very good, this stadium's loud and it's always sold out. So yeah, that's number 9. Number 8, Xavier. Xavier, when they're good, this stadium is loud. Which they're always loud even when they're bad. This year they're good, but they're not great. Yeah, but they're always loud even if they're bad. So this stadium is number 8. Number 7. Alright. This stadium, Indiana, this arena is one of the most hardest places to play, I think. Because I was watching one of the Indiana games, and it was like I could hear it. I didn't have the TV turned up loud because it was like a Monday night, and I was about to go to sleep, and I heard it all the way when I was using the bathroom. So yeah, this stadium is very loud and tough to play. Number 6. Alright, these are my predictions, so if y'all think different, comment down below. Just put 1 all the way through 10 of what. I've never really watched the Arizona game, but I think Arizona is one of the hardest places to play. I've just heard a bunch of things about them. So, and I've known they're really hard to play because I've watched a couple videos. So, yeah, Arizona, they're ranked 1 in the nation right now. So, they're going to get sold out every single game. Every year they get sold out games. So yeah, they're very good. Arizona, number 6. Number 5. This team is pretty decent this year. They were ranked 4 at the start of the year, but they've gone way down, but they're still very good. And if they raise their record up, they're going to have such much better fans. But they already do have good fans. So, yeah, number 5. At the start of the year, this would have been 3. But since they're not that good, and I've watched a couple of their games, and the fans aren't that wild. Which they're very wild, but they're not how they used to be. So, yes, number 5, Michigan State. Alright, I got to put this somewhere because it's the biggest stadium in college basketball. And I should have put them lower in the list because, yeah. But this stadium gets so loud because it sits 38,000, probably like 22,000 for basketball, but yeah, it fits a bunch. So this is my number 4, definitely. Like, you can't get no better than a 38,000 stadium. It has to be in the top 5 of biggest. I mean, it's the biggest stadium in the world for basketball. So yeah, it's not that loud, but it's the biggest stadium, so I had to put it on there. Alright, I left out here, so I'm gonna do the top 13, okay? Now I'm gonna do the top 13. So I just did number 4, and then you add 3, so number 6, because I left out a bunch of them. Alright, number 6. It has to be Gonzaga. Gonzaga has to be in the list. They're always very good in basketball, and they're always good. There's no buts about it, and their stadium's loud. Because I've watched a couple of their games, and it's so loud. Yeah, all of these stadiums are very loud. So, yeah, that's number 6. Trying to make sure I didn't leave out one. Alright, I did. Now I kind of wish I put some of these things higher. Alright. That's too low though. Alright. So, I'm going to tell you. Tie. Okay? Right now, I'm going to say since this team has a bigger stadium. Actually, I don't know about that. So, these two teams are like, we're going to do the top 12. So this is the 4th best stadium. Because I only got 4 left. Okay. Tie for 3rd. No, actually, just because this stadium is big, I have to put it above height. So this is number 4. It should be tied, but right. Number 4, Kentucky. Kentucky's always been good at basketball. It's so loud up there, and yeah, it's one of the hardest places to play in the world. You know that because it's on the list. But yeah, so Kentucky's number 4, and the one I've been going back and forth about is this one. Number 3, North Carolina Tar Heel Stadium. This stadium, North Carolina last year wasn't that good, but this year they were very good. And this is a big stadium, and North Carolina's pretty much always been good at basketball. It's always been loud up there, especially when they're playing Duke and all of the ACC teams, rivals. So yeah, that is number 3. Number 2. Number 2, Kansas. Kansas has always been good at basketball, okay? Kansas has always had a pretty much a sold out stadium when they're playing a good team. You can kind of see on the little picture that it's not a sold out stadium, but it's also a second half with 5 minutes left. So, and they've blown them out. So yeah, Kansas is definitely up here on the list. That's number 2. and number 1. Right, so I personally pull for this team, and every single video I've watched, they put this team at number 1. And yeah, I'm a personal fan of this team, so number 1, Cameron Indoor Stadium is the champion, I guess. Yeah, I think a bunch of people will agree with this one because it's number 1, especially when they play North Carolina or their rivals, ACC teams. I've saw this every single game last year and this year has had a sold out stadium. So yeah, that's pretty impressive, and if they keep this up, they're going to be one of the hardest stadiums to play ever in the history of the sport. So yeah, Duke has always been my favorite team in basketball. I pull for Carolina, South Carolina in football, but yeah. But I pull for South Carolina in basketball, but I pull for Duke more. So this is the hardest stadiums to play at. Remember to subscribe and like the video, and next week I might do a video of the hardest college football stadiums to play at. Remember to subscribe and like the video. Thank you.